Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. This is episode 3 of my Factorio tutorial Let's Play. Last episode, we made a jumpstart base for making science, while we work on the infrastructure for the main base. Now, off camera, I made a few furnaces right here, just to smelt some steel. And I did those to make some medium electricals, which I will explain why in a minute. So I did those to make medium electricals. And then what I also did is I set up radars, and what radars are is pretty simple. As long as there's a radar and it has power, what it'll do is it'll search the area and it'll clear out the area here like this. So it'll clear out this black area and it'll reveal the area behind it. So I put up a few of these, and also what they do is they let you do this. So the bright area on the map is where you can zoom in. So on the bright area, you can zoom in on the map and look around like this. Now there's always a general area around you, a certain area around you that you can see always all the time from the map. But if you have radars down, you can also see an area around them. So we have a radar here, and then everywhere around this radar from this section, like this block here, is in this area where you can zoom in and look at it. Now, those are working on clearing out this black area over here to explore the outside area. And so what I did was I walked up there, cleared out some area, and I looked around, and I decided that since there's a lot of ore patches over here, I didn't want to build over them, so we're going to build down this way to start out with. So I built a few stone paths here. Now, these were an outline here these are an outline for where we're going to do smelting. So we're going to have smelters here, and we've got a lot of room for smelting here. So we're going to have 4 smelters of iron. Each of these things is a different smelter. So we have 4 different smelters for iron. We're going to have 4 different smelters for copper. We're going to have 2 smelters for steel, which are made a little bit differently from those smelters. And then we're going to have 1 smelter for stone, which will turn it into stone bricks. So that's what we're going to be doing over there. So right now, to do that, we're going to need a lot of furnaces, inserters, and belts. So I'm going to grab all the belts we can. I'm going to grab all the inserters we can. And we're going to start researching. You always want research to be going, so I'm going to make sure we always have research going. Even if you don't know what you want to research, you should always be researching something, because you don't want to ever let that go idle. So we're going to need to get a little bit of iron here to make some underground belts. And we're also going to need some electronic circuits to make a bunch of splitters. Because we need a few splitters. Let's make a few less than that. But we're going to need to make a good amount of splitters as well. So now that we have access to these, this should be enough to get furnaces over here. So I've been sitting over here making a few chests for burning stone bricks, and the way I built the path was with stone bricks. So how it works is you can build a path. If you can change the size of the path here like this, but whenever you place a path, it's a path like this. It's pretty simple, and you can only break it if you have another path in your hand. So I can't destroy this path with anything unless I'm holding another path. And paths are fun because of 2 reasons. You can walk on, well, 1 reason really. You can walk on them really fast. You can walk on them faster than you can anything else. So that's the main reason they're used. Okay, so to start with, what we're going to be doing here is we're going to set up 1 iron smelter, 1 copper smelter, 1 steel smelter, and 1 stone brick smelter for the time being, and we'll build more as we need them. So the first thing we did here is this with the belts. They go half of them this way and half of them that way. So what I do here is put splitters like this. Now we need to bring in iron ore here, and we need to bring in coal here. So the way we do this is like this. It's pretty simple here. And I don't build on the path ever. It looks nice if I don't build on the path, and I like to be able to drive a car on there eventually. We're going to get a car, and it'll hit stuff and break stuff if there's anything on the path. So I always use underground belts to go under the path. I just don't like building on my path. So we need iron ore to be in here, and we're also going to go ahead and set up the area for where iron ore and coal are going to be in later. We're just not going to build the actual smelting part for these things yet. So we're going to make sure that we want it'll be like this with coal, and the coal will be going down here like this for every single one of them. Although we don't really need much coal, so I think what I'm going to do actually is this. I think instead of making coal go into each of these, I'm going to make a coal go in there. I'm going to split it off here. I'm going to make it come over like this. And we're going to make that come in here. like this, and this one will just go like that. And we'll have one belt of coal to go into these, because you don't need as much coal as you do need iron ore for smelting. So I'll have one line of coal, which will split evenly to go to that one over there. So, yes. We'll bring some belts down here to this area here. We'll go down this far before they even get to the smelters. And then we'll have... So we're going to do it down to that. So we're going to need to go down one, let's see, like this, and then down one there. Same there, with a belt here. So what we're going to do is this, we're going to have them going 24 on each row. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I didn't count 1 second. I can take a blueprint, and you can do this to see how many you have. So there's 18 here. 19, 20, 22, I think that's 23. Let's make sure. Yes, that's 23, which means we can delete that. Good. That's 24, and then we're going to have a belt here, and then we're going to need to go furnaces right here. Now, I'm going to be building over this copper, this coal, and this iron. The only reason I'm doing that is because they're pretty small compared to the other ores we have out here, and there's only one of each of them that we're building over, so we're going to have to build over much. So, this is good here. So, this is 24 furnaces being set up here. So, we're going to take these down, the belt down to here on the outside. We're going to feed them into the furnaces like this, and they're going to output onto this center belt, which is going to be our output area. Oh, make that wrong. Okay, so we're going to fill these in like this with inserters. And we're going to do this on both sides, and we're going to have to do this for all the smelters that we're going to set up. So we're going to do this like this. So basically what this does is it takes in iron here, takes in coal here. So the coal goes under here. It splits, half of it goes to the inside belt of this, and then iron comes in and hits the outside, so it'll be on the outside of these two belts here. And then coal will be on the inside, and this one line of coal will bring in coal on the inside for all these belts, and we'll just need to manually bring in iron for each of these. Now, this is going in here, down to this at this point, so we can take this like this. Now we're going to need to do this, like this. And fill in this. I'm going to make sure we're researching something. Rob research speed 2, why not? Okay, so now we have our furnaces set up. We're going to have the copper and iron be coming in a little bit. So now, all this needs now is power. And we have these medium electric poles, which is why I had steel smelting, to get the medium electric poles, because medium electric poles are pretty simple. They just take 2 copper and 2 steel, and what they do is they have a much bigger area than these poles here, and they also have a much longer range, as you can see there. So these ones are better. These are the best power poles you're ever going to get. There's also big power poles, but they're not as good. They have a smaller area here, so their area of giving off power is smaller, but their wires are much, much longer. So they're made so you can bring power to faraway distances. Now, here's our first setup for smelting here. So, 1 second. I was going to set this up here, but I'm going to not do that right now. Let's see. First, what we need to do is go up here, because as you can see, whenever we are hovering over anything that takes electricity, the electricity is not fully green, so that means we don't have enough power. So while I was out, I made some more things for more power, some more boilers, some more steam engines. Now, the ratio of steam engine or boilers to steam engines is 1 to 2. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up steam engines identical to this one, except on the other side. We need to make 2 burner inserters here. And I'm going to take this, put that there, another offshore pump for this different line of things. We're going to extend these far. The water from an offshore pump will give plenty enough for a very long row. We just are going to have 1 for each row here. So now we're going to have steam engines like this, and pull the power down here. So, okay. Oof, I need to do. Oh, shoot. Here. Nah, this is just off a bit. That's how I want it. Okay. Perfect. So now our power should be all green. There we go. Power is pretty simple to upgrade. Pretty efficient, pretty easy. Now, I'm going to need to get some more inserters because we're almost out. Also, I'm going to need some more belts. And also, I'm going to need some more splitters. So, let's grab some more iron while we're here. Let's see. So, now we're going to need... I'll make a few of these in the background. You'll know why later. Okay, so now what we're going to need to do here is... So that's our iron one set up there. We still need to put in power poles, but I'll do that in a minute, because ideally we can use the medium electric poles, but the problem is we don't really have a reliable source of steel right now. So the steel I made was just me taking a little bit of iron off the bus and putting it onto a thing. So next we're going to do one of these steel ones. So steel is good. Steel is like this. So the way steel works is down like this. So there's a new item we're going to be using here, which is a long inserter. It's really simple. It's just an inserter, except it skips over the two inner ones like this. So with an inserter, it goes onto the two inner belts like this, but with a long inserter, it goes one out from that. So a long inserter would take off this belt and put it onto the one over there, and a small inserter would take it off this belt and put it over there. So if you have one here, it won't pick it up, and if you have one here, the small inserter won't pick it up. So as you can see, long inserters are pretty simple. All they are is just a regular inserter, but they take and drop one tile farther away. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is set up these. Now I had these placed down already, a few of them. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have iron and ore coming in from this side, which is going to be on the outside here. Iron ore is going to be put into these furnaces on the outside. There's going to be an outside row of furnaces like this. Now, I'm going to come take a blueprint of these furnaces over here for how long it's going to need to be. Okay, now what we're going to do here is we're going to have iron on the outside, which gets smelted here. They'll take coal off the inside half of this belt and take iron ore, and they'll smelt iron plates here. Now, steel is made by smelting iron plates. It takes 5 iron plates and 17.5 seconds, so it takes a long time, so you're going to need a lot of furnaces to smelt it efficiently. So what this does is it takes in iron ore, takes in iron ore and coal, makes iron plates here, and then the coal will also come onto this belt here. The long inserters, or the inserters on this side will take off the closer side, putting coal in here, and they'll take iron straight out of these furnaces here. Now, and then the long inserters will deposit the steel plates on this belt here. So this will be the deposit belt, and then the same thing will happen here, but opposite. So the long inserters will take the coal from the farther end and deposit steel on the closer end. So basically, this is going to be our output lane of steel. So once we finish our smelting, the output is going to be right here of steel. And then our coal input lane is right here, which we're going to need to have for it. So we have a coal lane for the steel, and we have a different half coal lane for the iron. Okay, so we need to take an iron ore here, and then we need to take in coal here, like this, and then we're going to need to take this in from actually one farther away. So we're going to need to take this like this, and then we're going to need to go... How are we going to do this? Going to need to take it probably one farther away. Yes, one more away is what we're going to need to do here. So what we're going to need to do is take it like this, take it here, take it like this. So we're going to take... No, that's not going to work. So we're going to need to take this and put half of it on this belt, which takes coal. And then we're going to take this here, which will put half of it here, and then it'll take the rest of it like this over here, which will go there. We're going to have a 3 space here, so 1, 2, 3. 3 spaces, which means if this can reach as far as it can, what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take this here like this, so then we're going to have this here, which is 1, 2, then 3, which means 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll have that 1 there, Take this here like this here like this. These here. This like this. This like this. And then the final one will go over here to the thing, which will bring it down to the stone in a little bit. But that's how that works there. Very simple, very simple. I'm going to bring this belt down here to this level here. Going to make sure we're always researching something. We're going to go with steel furnaces. The steel furnaces are just like stone furnaces, except they're made with steel, and they're faster. So it's pretty simple there. Now what we're going to need to do here is small power poles won't cut this, or we'll have to have a lot of them, which is a waste of wood because of how much wood is. Wood isn't very useful, and it's really annoying to get. So we're going to use big power poles to power these like this. Now we're just going to copy one module here like this, set of two furnaces like this, and we're going to place it down right here. And we're just going to keep doing the same, except we're going to need to do something first. We're going to need to take these like that. Okay, good. Now we're going to need to take this. We're going to want to take it like this, right? And then copy it like that. Which will show us what we need to do. Now, the only thing that isn't going to be just like that is the power poles, because we'll place them in as we need them to be. So we're gonna make a construction plan. We're gonna filter it to only kill these, and then we'll kill the ghost blueprints of those, and we'll place them where we need them to be. So that powers down to that. So we're gonna need to have another inserter as soon as we need to power that one there, which means we're gonna need one here, and this one's gonna be needed here, and this one's gonna be needed here, this one here, the same way like this, on that side. Okay, now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to connect power down from our power source over to here. So now if we bring an iron here and a coal here, then this will get powered. And we're just going to need to keep building down to the things here. So we're going to place in the stone furnaces like this. And then we are going to... Next, we are going to what? We're going to fill in the rest of the furnaces is the first thing. And we can run on the belt while we do this, and it'll make us go faster because the belt's going down, so we'll move faster on the belt. Make sure we're always researching something. Let's see. Go for Logistics 2. Logistics 2 will unlock the next type of belts, inserter and underground belts, and all they are is they're red belts, which is just twice the speed. Okay, this is going to be a pain to fill in. So what I think I'm going to do is actually fill the rest of these inserters like this in after the episode is over. So what I'm going to do here is pretty simple here. I'm going to take this blueprint here for this whole big smelter here, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it right here for the copper, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here for where the stone smelting is. And I'm going to do those for all of these, except with one minor difference. After I place those all in, I'm going to delete this here, and I'm going to take out this one. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to delete the coal input line, and I'm just going to make it like that. And I do that again. I didn't hit this one perfectly. Let's try that again. And then we can take these like this. Delete those. And this. So these are what we're going to need to eventually put in like that. So this will be our eventual setup of smelting. We're only going to have one iron, one copper, and one stone. So I'll fill in the copper one and the stone one off screen, and I'll finish this steel smelter right there off screen. I'm also going to take a blueprint of it. And I'll paste this right here. Oh, also, I forgot to do this one, which is pretty simple here. I'm just going to take off the coal for that one. Okay, beautiful. Now, all we need to do right now is, off screen, I will set up miners for iron ore coming into this one, iron ore coming into this one, copper ore coming into this one, and stone bricks coming into this one. Which this one will smelt for, stone coming into this one. Stone bricks will be smelted here, steel will be smelted here, copper will be smelted here, and iron will be smelted here. And in the next episode, we're going to be starting a main bus. So, that was this episode. I just did the recap for what we did. We also improved our power, making sure that we had max peak efficiency on power. And I hope you guys will like, comment, subscribe. It really does help, and have a great day.